Good afternoon. It is Friday, February 28th, and welcome back to The Pulse. I'm Mary Kite.
And I'm Sam Mashinsky. Thank you so much for joining us. This week on The Pulse, Jack Beauregard heads to the Special Olympics to catch up with some of the most inspiring athletes you will come across.
Top of the world.
While Cam Darcy explores the world of music and how it has developed through the years.
In my day, used to go to the store and buy an album, buy a cassette, buy a CD. Now it's just click and it's there instantaneous.
We have all this and so much more on this week's program. Stay tuned because you're watching
The Pulse.
TV studio, The Pulse starts now.
2 weeks ago on The Pulse, we highlighted the Hosmer Mountain Soda Shack. This week, Daisy Gonzalez checks in on another hidden gem here in Manchester that puts the family in family business.
This shop may look like any other shop here down on Main Street, but through this store is one of Manchester's hidden gems, Harvest. Harvest is not only just a jewelry store. It is a place that brings the Manchester community together. Sheila English, owner of Harvest, works hard every day to keep this shop running the way it began.
Harvest started by a young couple back in 1973, Karen and Jerry Satriano. I think they were about 21 years old, borrowed a small loan from a friend and opened up shop. Everyone knows it, starting up on the top of the hill of Main Street, where you could buy plant hangers and macrame and beaded jewelry and also concert tickets. And that's where everybody's Manchester parents were like, I stood out for concert tickets back in the day.
Once Sheila and her dad purchased Harvest, they customized the shop with their own personal touch.
2013, my dad and I bought it from them and stayed over on Oak Street for a year and then moved up here to our expanded new space, which was exciting and nerve-wracking, but we also still carried on the tradition of making and creating our own jewelry, and then being able to expand in other directions, do a little bit more with gifts and clothes and crystals and incense. And also this year starting up new classes and workshops and studio nights to come. So
from jewelry, incense, and clothing, Harvest has it all. From Manchester, this has been Daisy Gonzalez reporting.
The family dynamic of Harvest is part of what makes it so unique.
And speaking of unique, a member of our Pulse family, Abdul Jamal, is finally back with another edition of the Pulse Update.
I have a dream. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
3, 2, 1, let's go. All that and more on this episode of Pulse Update. Woo! Yeah! That was amazing. All that. I'm back, but not for long, because the Pulse is headed to Washington, D.C. for their annual STN convention, where they will compete against other high school broadcast programs. But don't worry, you will get to see my beautiful face again when they get back. Another exciting piece of news. This February has an extra day because it is a leap year. To celebrate, Kelly Maloney will now do leapfrog around the studio. We can't do leapfrog. Maybe next leap year. See you next time, and just enjoy your extra day. 3, 2, 1, let's ride. All that and more on this edition of Pulse Update. Woo! I'm Drew Jordan. This is
Kelly Maloney.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, Abdul. We're glad to have you back.
Last Saturday, the Special Olympics were held in Windsor. Jack Beauregard went to the road to catch up with the athletes and officials that make this event possible.
Ready!
The 2020 Special Olympics here in Windsor showcase the talents of athletes statewide. Whether it be skiing or snowshoeing, these athletes compete at the highest intensity possible to get that gold medal. Behind the scenes, a tremendous amount of time and effort goes into both creating the snow and preparing the course.
We wait for cold weather, basically several hours of the temperatures at 20 degrees and colder, and then we can make snow. And this year we ran for about 120 hours.
But despite these struggles, the Olympic torch is lit and it's time to go. There was no shortage of volunteers this year, and most are thrilled about getting involved.
It's an incredible event with a lot of people coming together for a common great cause, and it's a lot of fun, and it's just fun to cheer for the athletes, and it's just a great day every year. Haven't had a bad one yet.
The numbers speak for themselves, as the event turns out to be a huge success.
I think it's successful because of the amount of people that come together to create the committee. There's about 60 Eversource employees that come together, and with the 400 volunteers, we're able to provide a very successful event for 200 athletes.
The joy that the volunteers are able to produce for the athletes is unmatched.
Man, how I feel? I feel like top of the world.
If there's one takeaway from this event, it's that if you fall down, you should get right back up. From the Pulse, this has been Jack Beauregard reporting.
Congrats to all the athletes that competed last Saturday. This event is always something to look forward to. Well, if you're excited to see what Flyby Sports is going to do next, wait no further. Tyler and Maz are back and putting their wrestling skills to the test.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Flyby Sports. I'm Anthony Uzzata.
And I'm Tyler Roya. Today we have two wrestlers, one with 110 wins and another one is an upcoming sophomore.
Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this excellent episode.
Okay, Manchester High School, we have a wrestling challenge here today. We have first-time wrestler Tyler Roya. Against senior captain Elliott Hall. We're just going to hope that Tyler doesn't get hurt. Shake hands. Wrestle. Okay, shake hands. Winner.
Well deserved. Wow. That is insane, Mazzy. I wish you good luck.
Second wrestling challenge, Anthony Mazzata. Against Robert Pluck. Wrestle. 2, 1, escape.
I don't even know, bro.
Okay, come on up. Shake hands. Winner, Robert.
What? Right?
All right, buddies. Good job.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for Elliott and Robert for coming out. I mean, it's pretty incredible how good these guys really are.
Apparently that was them on the easy mode. All right, we'll see you next week, everybody. It's been Flyby Sports.
Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder had nothing on Maz versus Robert. It's crazy to see what our school wrestlers can do to an average person.
Clearly our school has talent in all areas, whether it be wrestling or music. Cam Darcy details how the consumption and production of music have advanced over time to make it easier for musicians such as Cole Morrison to have a voice be heard.
From vinyl records to MP3 streaming, music has come very far. Over the years, the entire music process has drastically changed and is now easier than ever to consume, create, and produce music. Today it is easy for students to get on their phones, open up a streaming app, and play their favorite songs. But for members of past generations, like radio DJ Jeff Slojeski, the listening process was not always this way.
In my day, used to go to the store and buy an album, buy a cassette, buy a CD. Now it's just click and it's there instantaneous.
In addition to the consumption of music, the production process has improved with the times, with technology allowing for just about anyone with musical talent to record and upload their music, which is the case for Manchester High student Cole Morrison, who has begun to make music his career.
I've put out one EP, I think it's 7 songs on it, 3 singles, and then I'm on 2 other albums that are out on there, not under my name.
With streaming platforms like SoundCloud, artists do not have to worry about all of the legal issues that could come with the music industry.
You don't have to stress about knowing an A&R at a record label to find a way to get you in there. You can just put everything out online, and it's there for everybody. With the technology available today, many students like Cole are becoming independent musicians. With this in mind, it is clear that there are major changes coming to the music industry. From The Pulse, this has been Cameron Darcy reporting.
Well, that's all the time we have for you this week, Manchester. Next week, The Pulse returns with a special sports edition highlighting the success of the boys hockey team and the end of an era with the retirement of swim coach Mel.
If you have any story ideas we might have missed, you can email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org.
To learn more about The Pulse or to check out some of our other projects, visit our website at mhstelevision.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHSRedProd. I'm Mary Kite.
And I'm Sam Ashinsky. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching
The Pulse.